Hey guys, Mick here. Today's video we're going to learn how to do a track stand. This is a really useful thing to add to your riding. A lot of people come to us on our programs and one of their big concerns is riding technical rock gardens and slow rough terrain. And there's actually no real standard body position or magic trick that's going to improve this. Basically it just comes down to your own balance. So the best way to work with this is to develop better balance, and doing a track stand is a really good way to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at how we do a track stand on the bike. The first thing to consider is this is a really good thing to learn on flat pedals. When you're clipped in, if you start to get wobbly, you end up with trouble unclipping and people fall over. So unless you're really comfortable clipped in, it's a good idea to practice this on flats. So the key points of a track stand, there's a couple of things to think about. Basically what we're going to do is we're pushing against our front wheel. So you're going to apply some front brake to slow yourself down. Your feet are reasonably level and you're sort of pushing forward against that wheel so that it sort of slows you down and you're going nice and slow. The other key thing is to turn your handlebars. What that means is rather than the bike when it rocks going backwards and forwards, it gives a little bit of sideways motion to it. That sideways motion makes a really big difference in your balance. So it's a really key component. Sometimes people suggest that you should go to or away from your forward leg. That's really up to you. It's something that you just have to find where you're comfortable. So what we're going to do, basically we're going to start rolling in. We'll slow down, apply the front brake, push against it, and just pause. So we're not trying to do a long balance, and we don't want to push it to the point where we fall off. You just want to slow down, pause a little bit, and then ride away. Okay? So I'll give you a bit of a demo. Rolling along. All I'm going to do is put the brake on and pause a bit, and then roll away. So what you would have noticed there, guys, is we didn't actually stop, we were just pausing. The reason we're doing that is because when you go out and ride along a fire trail like where we are here to practice, you'll find that if you actually push to the point where you fall over, you're constantly getting back on the bike and you don't get a lot of balance time. Whereas if you just pause a bit, then you can do a couple more pedal strokes, get your balance back, pause again. Gives you a lot more chance to practice that. So the next step is to just pause that little bit longer, and this time I'll turn my handlebars a little bit more and start to just try and maintain a little bit more balance. When it starts to get a bit unstable, I'm just going to roll away. So rolling along, pausing, front brake, handlebars turned, the bike can rock a bit, and then ride away again. So that time we took the pause and we added a little bit of bar turn into it, and it just meant that I could stay there a little bit longer. The final point to think about with this is it's actually easier when you're going up a slight hill, because what that means is when you've got your handlebars turned and the bike moves, it'll rock backwards and forwards a little bit. Okay, if you're on flat ground, you've only really got the option of pushing forward, so it does make it a little bit harder. So you don't necessarily want to be on a really steep hill, but a bit of an upslope will help. This time what I'm going to do, where I am here is actually a very slight upslope. What we're going to do this time is pause a bit longer and take it into a proper track stand. Okay, so here we go. Riding forward, up a little bit of slope here, turn the handlebars, and you can see the bike can just rock backwards and forwards a bit, and it becomes quite stable. I don't actually have to use the brakes now because the bike's actually on a bit of a slope, so my hands don't need to be on the brakes. I'm relying on pushing against that slope for my balance. Okay. So guys, that's the basic steps to a track stand. Not a great deal to it, just requires you to get out, spend a little bit of time and practice, and it'll make a massive difference to your ability to control a bike in a slow situation through rock gardens or technical, or if the person in front of you pauses and you need a couple of seconds to think about where you're going to go. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this was really useful. If you want to learn some more and add some more to your riding, check out our online training on our website. Otherwise, you're always welcome to come and do one of our face-to-face courses. Have a great time, go practice, and we'll see you on the trails.